Okay, we are live now. This is exciting. Welcome everyone. I don't know how many people are out there tonight, but this is the first official Making Easy Dollars hangout, and I am hoping to do them a little bit more often now that I know how to do it, thanks to my wonderful friend Dan, who is also on the panel tonight. And I do want him to speak a little bit about himself and how he got into the freebie industry himself. So.
Okay, well, hi guys. My name is Daniel, and I started in the freebie industry probably a little under 3 years ago. And the reason I had started was because I had looked for a job and looked for a job and looked for a job, couldn't find a job. And so I ended up, I don't even know how I happened across it. I think it might have been a YouTube video, I'm not even sure. But I remember seeing this program, and it was free to join, it was free to do. So I figured, what the heck. It's, and Colin always laughs at me. It's another person that we work with, because as soon as I signed up, I was signed up and qualified in 10 minutes. And so my sponsors were real happy about that, because somehow I ended up under 2 different sponsors on that one. That was an interesting little thing there. But we were 2 months behind on everything, and I'm talking rent, lights, phone, insurance, everything. We were behind by almost 2 months, and I had to do something. And so when I got into this, I hit it full force. I spent all my time on it. Now here, almost 3 years later, here I am, still working at home, dad of 6. Well, technically I have 10 children. My wife has 6 boys, and I have 3 girls and a boy. So yeah, the 6 boys live here with us. So that's me. That's what I do. I take care of the house and the kids and work at home.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so I'm not sure how many people are on right now, and hopefully there will be some more people coming on as the time goes on, and I am trying to keep this to 1 hour, so hopefully we'll be done by 10. But if anyone has any questions about the Making Easy Dollars system, what the back office entails, how you do a certain thing, just type it into the chat box, and we will get your questions answered.
Okay, and in the meantime, since people might have invited their leads, did you want to go ahead and give a basic overview of the incentive marketing systems and how they work?
Sure. Well, if you are in Making Easy Dollars, and if you're on this hangout, you probably are. And a little about myself. Actually, I started in this industry 7 years ago. It'll be 7 years in October. And started doing it full-time 3 years ago. And over the years, I've seen a tremendous amount of people, come and go, and offer weights and credits go up and down. And so I've seen it all. And it was a blessing to me when I first started, because I was looking for some way to make extra money, just like Dan was. I mean, everybody gets into this to make the money, and it's a wonderful opportunity to do that. And so that's why I got into it. And after 7 years, I decided it was time that I told everyone else about my experiences, and decided to set up the system so that everyone can get in there and get my free training, and so that they can make money as well. And there's quite a few things in the back office. There's an autoresponder that will send out 6 auto-response messages when your leads do opt into your capture page. There are 12 capture pages. There are a couple that have a phone number capability. Most of them I didn't put phone numbers on there, but it was requested by somebody who was using the system, so that I made some with some phone numbers on them. And there's about 12 of them, so you can choose which ones you want to use and which ones to market. Pick one for each different way that you're marketing and put it on there, and then see which ones are getting your most leads, because you're not going to have a business if you can't get your leads in there. One of the other things that it does have is, you can track your leads. So when they come in, they're going to come in as a lead, but then once they have come through and they've done step 1 and they've signed up and they have gotten their credits, then they're going to become a member because they're going to set up their MED marketing system, and that's how they go about marketing it. So, Dan, do we have any questions so far?
No, not yet, but I did realize that we forgot to mention that if anybody has any questions, a lot of people use laptops or widescreen monitors. So you may not see it, but underneath this Hangout video, there's a chat box. So if you're not already logged onto that, you can choose, just click on login. You can choose Facebook or Google Plus and several other different ways to log into the chat box. But you can ask questions for Kat to answer live. I'm sorry, Cindy to answer live.
Oh, that's okay. Everybody calls me Kat, so it's not a big deal.
I just read Catwoman on the other monitor there, so
that's quite all right. Actually, I'm on a forum, and everybody calls me Kat, and my username there is Catwoman216 as well. So I'm pretty much known online as Catwoman216. So if you Google me, you're going to find me somewhere. Whether it be MED, whether it be the Freebie Exchange, or some other place.
Okay, and I also wanted to mention, or actually not mention, but stress something that Cindy had mentioned, and that is that when you're using these capture pages and you use the stats option in the back office to track what's working and what doesn't, I got to tell you guys that's one of the most important things you can do, because I have had so many people sign up under me that they want to pick one thing and always go with one thing. And if it doesn't work with the way they're marketing or where they're marketing, they just keep beating their head against the wall, and they get so frustrated and they want to quit because, hey, I'm not making any money, And that's why it's so important that you use that stat feature to go through and check to see where your opt-ins are coming from, where your conversions are coming from, and also pay attention to where you're placing your ads to those capture pages, because that makes a big difference as well.
I wanted to reiterate on that as well. If you don't know where your leads are coming from, then you're just, like Dan said, banging your head against the wall. So, make sure you're tracking them. And there is a video in the back office that does tell you how to go about tracking your leads through the system. So just watch that, and that should tell you what you want to know, or, hit up somebody in the group or hit me up on Facebook chat, and I will be glad to go through it or give you the link to the video so that you can decide what you want to do within your tracking. And the different capture pages, I think, help. There's, so you can decide which one works the best for you. In addition to the $30 site that is part of the marketing system, there's also a $10, $20, $40, $50, and $60 site. And what I'm currently doing is, excuse me, when someone comes in and does a higher site, like a 40, a 50, or a 60, I'm currently paying them to do that, but I'm also giving them free access to the $30 site so that they have the whole entire marketing system, and that they can log into the back office and be able to also send their leads there, even though they're doing the higher paying sites. Of course, everybody wants to make as much money as possible, and right now with the credit weights being the way that they are, you can get people to do a $40 or $50 site, whereas maybe a year ago doing a $40 or $50 site wasn't one of the best things that you could do. It's kind of a little hard to get people to do like 6 or 7 offers to do a site. So right now, you can pretty much do it with one offer and get credited, or 2 offers on the $50 site. So that's $57.50 as opposed to $34.50. But when credit weights drop, and they usually do, I've been in this industry long enough to know that they do. They can drop. They can be 1 credit today and be 50 credits tomorrow. So, then that gives people the opportunity to still be able to get people into the $30 site and credit them pretty quickly, as opposed to doing 6 or 7 offers.
Okay, and I also wanted to mention that now you can market this any way you choose to, but a lot of people, they recommend that their leads go through and do the free trial offers and then cancel. Now, what I recommend because I keep in contact with my leads, and what I recommend to my leads, and again, this is, you can do it how you would like, but I recommend to my leads that what they do is they make a discounted purchase. And the reason for that is the companies that are advertising and doing these offers, when they have an actual purchase, they've gained a new customer, so they're more likely to leave that credit value the same or higher, or even add more offers from the same company in the freebie sites. But Cindy Rena Wiley, I'm sorry, not Wiley, Wally has a question. She says, I have prospects sending me resumes. Do I just send them to the capture page, or is there anything else?
Okay, are they sending them through like a ad that you placed on Craigslist or an ad that you've done on Facebook, or where are you marketing at?
Sorry, that was my son at the door.
That's okay.
Guys, just so you know, there is a little bit of lag here. Sometimes it can be up to 30 or 45 seconds before you guys actually see the video from the time that we say something. So just keep that in mind if it takes a minute to get your question answered.
So I was asking where they are marketing that they're getting resumes. So, you know, is it Craigslist? Is it Facebook, classified site?
Well, she hasn't said yet.
Okay.
So we're just waiting for her for the video to catch up with her so that she can answer that.
Sounds good.
Okay, she just responded Craigslist.
Okay. Awesome that you're doing Craigslist. A lot of people don't do Craigslist because they're scared and they don't want their ads ghosted. Oh, blah, humbug. I use Craigslist. I love it. And my Craigslist marketing video is pretty cool. But yes, if people send you resumes, what I tend to do is I send them the capture page link in an email, and I just tell them a little bit about what we do and that they will need to get one credit to get their trial. They'll need to get one credit in order to get qualified, and then that's how they start making their money. So if someone sends you a resume, honestly, I don't read them. I just respond back. That might be a bad thing to do, but I just respond back with the information. Tell them to click on the capture page link, watch the intro video, and then click on step 1. And then once they have done that, if they have questions, then what they can do is they can either email me, or I will set up a conference call and talk to them at that time. I'm not a phone person. You can text me all you want to. You can email me all you want to. You can message me on Facebook. Calls I do when I can, and I usually do them between 2 and 6 in the afternoons. But I like to schedule those because I'm so busy with my kids that I don't have a lot of time to be on the phone. So that's why I prefer texting or emailing. So does that make sense?
Well, as I said, it'll take a moment for the video to catch up with her to answer.
Right.
And I hope that Rena is a she.
Yes.
And if not, I'm sorry.
Definitely.
Okay.
Another thing I wanted to talk about is, and Dan touched on this, is offer cancellations. And the way that I normally handle this is most of the offers, you do have that trial period, but the offers are not all about you just getting your credits and your referrals just getting their credits and you getting paid. That's not what it's all about. They want you to become a new customer to their product. So they're looking for you to keep their trial offers past the trial period. Now, I do understand, I have done over 300 offers, probably maybe closer to 400 offers in 7 years. Because I tend to do the offers to see how they credit so that I can advise my referrals when I bring them in. So I've done a lot of offers, and I've kept them, but then there's some, that you get, and, you might just not be able to keep them, or you don't like the offer, or it didn't do what it was supposed to. So that's something you need to keep in mind when you're choosing your offers, or your referrals are choosing offers. They need to choose offers that can be of benefit to them, rather than just doing an offer to get their credits. And just recently, what has happened is there's a group out there that is, they started with a different network called Paradise Freebies, and they were all doing this same exact offer. And what happened was this offer got pulled. And then what they did was they moved to Zaz, and they've been doing the Zaz Freebies network, and they've doing pretty well, and they've been doing the same offer. But what is happening is when these people are doing the offer, they're not being trained by the person that has brought them into the system and into Zaz. And what they're doing is they're canceling the trial offers way before they should be canceling them. And what has happened is now that particular advertiser has lowered their payment to the freebie site. And you might wonder, hey, why does them paying the freebie site less, change the credit value? Well, it does, because if the freebie site isn't making enough money from that offer to pay for you to complete that site, then they're going to have to lower the credit weight. And that is one of the big problems that I have seen over the past 2 months, is people not training their referrals properly and keeping the trial offers at least 80% of the trial period time, and making sure that they read the terms of service of the offer. Because one of the offers that has had issues lately is Flare. And the reason why everyone likes it is because it is a one credit offer. And there's a couple of other ones that are one credit, and they're great because you can do them and you're done and ready to roll and make money. But in the meantime, they're changing credit weights. They're doing some other things, and right now the credit weight for certain offers are lower because of people not training their referrals properly.
Okay. Well, Rena answered yes, and is this in the training videos? I may have missed it.
Yes. Go through the Craigslist training video, and it does show you how to put ads on Craigslist. It tells you how to go about so that they don't get ghosted and you don't get flagged. There's also in the back office, there is a, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's called Getting Started Step by Step. And basically what that is it's every email that I send out to my leads when I get them in. So when, excuse me, when I have somebody come in and they only opt in, I send them an email. When they actually sign up on the Zaz site, there's a different email that I send to them, which is in the back office, and you can change it to whatever you want to change it to for yourself. And then once they actually complete the requirements, there's another email that I send, which has some links to the Facebook group, the YouTube channel for the group, some other things like IBO Toolbox, where you can mask your IBO link. There's just it's a wealth of information once they have met the requirements. But it's all of the follow-up emails are in the back office called follow-up emails, and they're on the training and under video training videos. So you go to training videos, and you should see it all there.
Okay, and Ernest had a great tip. He was talking about the Craigslist. He was saying, he said, I don't know if this stuff is in the MED training videos or not, but I don't give them the link until they're actually at their computer where they can check their email. Right before that, he said, if they send me a resume, I reply to them that the resume looks like a good fit and have them call me on the phone when they're in front of their computer.
Okay. Yeah, Ernest loves the phone. I'm just not a phone person, so I tend to just email them the link, and if they sign up, they do. If they don't, they don't, because I feel that if they really wanted to get into this business, they would. But that is a great tip, to have them call you if you're a phone person and you want to be on the phone. Being on the phone does give you an advantage because you're actually talking to the person, and it gives them a chance to see you as a real person and somebody sitting behind the computer sending them information.
Okay, and there's actually a few more questions.
Okay.
I'm going to combine a couple of these because Rena asks, she says, I'm anxious about training someone else. Is there any info from for beginners from your personal experience. And Ernest, you had a great answer. Cindy has a lot of training videos in the back. Now, Cindy is successful at what she does, and she has done a lot of hard work into making those training videos, and it's all right there for you. Now, I know that different people learn differently, and you may have some questions, or there might be something in the videos that you don't understand. But first things first, take your time and go through those videos. If you have to take notes, go ahead and take notes. Watch the videos a couple times if you need to, because that's what the training is there for. And honestly, it will really help you to get started.
Okay. So what did she want to know?
Oh, she was asking if she said she's anxious about training someone else.
Okay.
And is there any info for beginners from your personal experience?
From my personal experience, like Dan said, there's a lot of videos in the back office, and there's a step-by-step guide actually. And I've been in a couple of systems where you go in and you get your credits, and they're like, okay, go watch the videos or go do this, and they don't give you any step-by-step. Well, in my system, I actually have a document called Getting Started Step by Step. And it goes through the whole entire process of what you should be doing as you're going through getting somebody signed up, from the very beginning to when they have already set up their Making Easy Dollars capture page and their website. One of the things that I do suggest is getting a Gmail account. And the reason for this is twofold. A lot of the things out there, you need to have a Gmail for. You need to have a Gmail for your YouTube channel, because at some point you're probably going to want to do YouTube videos, because YouTube is a great way to market and get your opportunity out there to everyone. The other reason why is you can do other things with Gmail, like do Google Hangouts. Yay! Because you have to have Gmail to do that. There's a lot of things that you can do with Gmail, and so I also suggest that you have Gmail, and that's, I think, the first or second thing in the Getting Started guide. The other thing is setting up a Google Voice number. I set up one a while back, probably 2 or 3 years ago, and decided to use an 800 number instead. And what happened was, a couple of months ago, I started really having a whole lot of issues with the 800 number. I wasn't getting text messages like I should. And a friend of mine goes, oh, well, use Google Voice. You can get text that way. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? And as soon as they told me that, I was like, oh, wow, I'm changing. I'm going to start using my Google Voice number. And I canceled my 800 number, which was like $14.95 a month. So it's kind of helping me with my expenses as well. The other reason why is, for some reason, a couple of years ago, some of the major email carriers decided that any of the notifications that were sent to you by LFK products, they were going to block them. So if you're using like AOL, or if you're using Comcast, or if you have a website where you have your own email address for, the notifications from LFK are going to get blocked by your email carrier. So the only two emails that work well with LFK are Yahoo and Gmail. And so that's one of the reasons why I say you should get a Gmail. And then that way you have, just one email for your business, and you can have all of your leads emailing you to that email, or, whatever you have them do. But I would definitely suggest doing Gmail. But it is all back there in the Getting Started step by step, and you can kind of walk your referrals through by going through that document with them too.
And that's a great thing also about Gmail, because honestly, who's going to block Google?
Exactly.
So Marlena has another question. She asked, how do I gauge how much to reimburse the prospect for the trials?
Okay, good question. Most of the people who do this business don't reimburse their people for trials. When somebody's coming in, they need to see it as a business opportunity, and not like a free thing, because you know how people think, if you're free, if you're getting it for free, it's not good. That's not necessarily true. Now, I do reimburse my referrals. When they come through and do the $30 site, I do reimburse them $10, because it does help sometimes with your conversion rate, because people see that, you like your business, you want to get them in, so you're willing to pay them to do the trials. but I wouldn't pay for the trials totally. Just give them a little bit of encouragement by giving them, like $10 maybe. When I do have somebody do like the 25, the $50 site, I will give them $20 to do that. And like I said at the beginning of the Hangout, I'm also giving them, if they do a $40, $50, or $60 site, I'm also giving them access to the $30 site so that they have access to the whole MED marketing system.
Okay, and Ernest also mentioned that he said, myself, I don't reimburse anybody. If they don't have some skin in the game, they're probably not going to be serious about this business. And Ernest, I want to tell you, I did reimburse people for a while, but it got to the point where everything they did, they would go watch a training video and then they wanted something else. And then they would go place an ad and they'd want a reward for that. And it got to the point where I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not your parent. You're not doing chores here, And so honestly, what I do, and this is, again, me personally, you got to find what works for you. And that's
exactly
for everybody. But me personally, what I do, I actually tell people, if you are not qualified, don't email me. And if you are not in a Facebook group, don't email me. If you're not willing to watch the training videos, then don't email me. But if you're qualified, you're willing to watch the videos, then come join my Hangouts, join my Facebook group, because I have a private Facebook group for my team, and I will bend over backwards to help people. But at the very beginning, I was helping every single person with every little thing. And I got so bogged down, I was spending all my time helping other people get their business going, and I wasn't making any money.
Yeah, then you're suffers in the meantime while you're helping. And I actually had that happen to me a while back. The very first time when I first launched MED, I had a lady who I worked with for probably a month and a half, and she would message me and she'd be like, okay, this is what I'm doing today, and I'm doing Craigslist ads, or I'm doing, I got to go, I have to take my dog to the doctor, or, it was like, she was telling me every little thing that she was doing that day. And then it was like, well, what do I need to do with this? And what do I need to do with that? And it went on for a month and a half. And finally, I had just had enough. And, it was back when MED was just getting started. So, and she was learning, and she was marketing, and she was one of the people who actually came on my team who wanted to work and wanted to do something, wanted to make money. But it was like, in the process, I wasn't able to do what I needed to do. And I started losing leads. I started losing money. And I finally just told her, and I'm a very patient person. I have 2 autistic kids, so I'm very patient. And I have people tell me that all the time. But it just got to the point where I finally just told her, you know what, I don't care what you do. I said, whatever you want to do is up to you. It's your business. I can't help you anymore. I've given you all the help I can give you. And then she ended up blocking me from Facebook. So, so anyway.
Honestly, if you're not upfront with your people and tell them, I expect hard work. If you're going to be in my team works together. So we expect hard work. I mean, even if you do it part-time, that's fine. If you only do it 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, great. Work hard during that 1 or 2 hours, And it gets so frustrating when you have someone that would rather sit there and bug you for 4 hours in chat messages on Facebook than go watch a 7-minute video that shows them how to do it. And that, it can really eat up your time, and you'll end up not making any money.
Right. So anything else? Go ahead.
Was it Tracy? Was it? Okay. Yeah, Tracy says, I give my email contacts. Okay. I think he's saying he only gives his email contacts $20 back if they get their credits. But in his ads, he says he'll give $15 back if they get credited.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Back to the reimbursement thing. That's totally up to you on what you do. Some people do, some people don't. It should be the person's, the person that's getting in, they should want their business to prosper. So they should not have an issue with paying $10 or $15 to get started. And what I also tell people is, it's going to cost you regardless. When you get in, it's going to cost you to do your trial offers and get qualified. But, at the same time, you're going to have a learning curve that's also going to cost you time. And either way, it's going to, either way you're paying, whether you're paying to do trial offers and get the training you need, or whether you're going to take time away and not learn the correct things, and it costs you more of your time to get started. So if you do have to do more trial offers, then that's costing you time where you could be out there marketing and making money.
Okay, and Rena says, what is the ratio of closings on the internet leads and phone leads? I've watched the videos and they're great. Can I answer that one?
You can answer that one. Go for it.
Okay, Rena, I want you to understand that there is no set ratio. And there's many reasons for that. And this is my absolute favorite. Someone's going to make a video, right, to promote their opportunity. Wait, let me do it like this. Hi, my name's Daniel, and I want to show you about this exciting opportunity that I found. And granted, different people have different ways of marketing, different people have different personalities. That's great, but just be yourself. Be yourself in your text ads, the pictures that you choose to advertise with. If you do any graphic advertisements or whatnot, be yourself. Be excited about your business, because honestly, and I'm looking right at the camera because I want everybody to look me in the eye. I love doing this. This is something I really enjoy doing. Why? I got dressed for this hangout. I've been in my PJs all day. And that's the only reason I got dressed. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to use gas to go to work. I don't have to buy a uniform. I don't have to buy, lunch while I'm at work. I don't have to ask when I can take a break or clock in or clock out or whatnot. Things happened today. I had a list of stuff I wanted to get done. Well, things happened. Guess what? I said, I can do those later on tonight. And I can work that way, and that's one of the reasons I love this business. But I have to tell you, if your own excitement and if your own creativity is not coming through in your advertising, are you going to want to join somebody like this? I mean, honestly, the first time I saw it on my presentation, that's what the dude said. I'm so excited about this. And right from there, I was like, don't want no part of it, bye, I'm done.
Yeah.
That was it. Anything you want to add?
No, you pretty much covered it. I mean, I've been doing this for 7 years, and it's all I've ever done, and the very first money I've ever made. And I just, if you don't believe in you, you have to believe in you, and you have to believe in what you're doing. And if you don't, then your business is going to suffer in the process of you trying to believe in yourself. And Dan had a wonderful hangout last week about changing mindset. And you did. It was awesome. You do have to kind of change your mindset about things, because, we're brought up by our parents to, get out there, get out of school, get a job, and work for somebody and get a paycheck, and get in the 401k plan or whatever business or whatever that company has to offer you. And that's what we're all taught, and that's the way that we start out. But that's not the way it always has to be. You just get started and believe in your company, believe in your business, and believe in what you're doing, and you'll see the success in what you are doing.
And I agree wholeheartedly, because, guys, I have to tell you, when you're out there and you're trying to do this, if you're not having any fun, it shows, and with the mindset, people say, I can't change my mindset, or it's hard to change my mindset. Well, first of all, if you don't know how, that's the first thing you got to look at. Second of all, it does not happen overnight. It just doesn't, because your brain, and y'all can look this up if you choose to, and the way the brain cells and neurons work, but your neurons have formed because we've been programmed into a specific pattern and a specific connection matrix, okay? So the reason those synaptic connections happen is because we have gotten programmed into thinking along those lines. Now, that makes it easier for us to think along those lines. Okay, so when we want to change our mindset, what happens? Our brain is already programmed in the old mindset. So it takes a conscious effort constantly. You have to be aware of what you're doing, what you're thinking, and the more that you force yourself into those kinds of loops and thought processes, your actual brain cells, your synapses, will start breaking their connections and forming new ones that make it easier for those thoughts to happen. Now, that didn't come from me. That's just science. Like I said, you're more than welcome to look it up if you'd like to. But it really is true. So if you're willing to put the effort in, then there's a few things that can help you change your mindset. Like we shared with Cindy last week with the Franklin reality model. I mean, that's just an awesome tool. It's not my tool, but I understood the tool, and I know what kind of difference it made in my life, so I wanted to share it with others. So do whatever works. If you need to listen to music, because I love to listen to music while I'm working, especially the well, I can't say hardcore stuff. I don't know if you've ever heard of Lindsey Sterling, but it's kind of like metal mixed with classical and dubstep, and she's got the violin going, and it seems kind of fast, but it's relaxing at the same time. And most of her songs don't have any lyrics, so I mean it's one of the artists I love listening to while I'm working because it just gets me in a pattern, a flow, a rhythm, and that's what I love about it. And whatever it takes, if it's listening to music, if it's reading positive books, listening to positive music or audios, go for it. Do what it takes, because the only person that can change your life is
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Look in that mirror. Write down what you want to do. Post it on your computer. Post it wherever you are, mostly in your house. Write your goals down. Look at them daily. And that will also help you to change your mindset, because I have a certain goal for this week, and hopefully I am going to get my goal this week. Any other questions?
We haven't had any questions yet.
Okay.
I'm going to throw one thing in there. I had a specific individual that joined my team, and he was always depressed. He was always looking at the negative side of things. But I could tell he wanted to do this. He was working hard, but it wasn't getting him anywhere because he wasn't excited or happy about what he was doing. And I'm not even sure that he was interested actually in what he was doing. He was just interested in making the money. So I set up a time and got on the phone with him because that's a lot of what I do. I do a lot of one-on-one mindset coaching as well. And one of the things that I told him, because what he always said to me is, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. And that's what I always heard from him, whether it was Craigslist, whether it was Facebook, whether it was YouTube videos, and especially YouTube videos because people get nervous. But let me tell you, once you do a couple, I just got timed out from the chat box. Once you do a couple, guys, it gets real easy. I mean, I don't know if my comfort level with this comes across, but I love doing hangouts. I enjoy doing it. And so I got him on the phone, and I told him, this is what I want you to do. I want you to trust me, first of all. And I want you to agree and commit that everything I tell you to do, you're going to do. So he agreed. So I had him get a piece of paper and write, whether I say I can or I can't, I am exactly right. And that wasn't the end of it, just writing it down. I asked him, I said, what's the very first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? He said, well, I get dressed. I said, no. Before that, you open your eyes. What's the very first thing you do? And he thought about it, and he said, well, I pick up my phone. I said, okay, I want you to take that piece of paper and wrap it around your phone every night when you go to bed. So every morning when he woke up, he would pick up his phone, and he saw that he'd read that paper. And he finally got to the point where he was programming his mind, said, if I can or I can't, you are exactly right. because it's really everybody in this business, in any marketing business at all, any sales, any personable like customer service, they tell you you have to get in the right mindset. You know, it takes positivity, and that's true. And I'm not trying to go religious here, but it's
You're
kind of
fine.
like faith. If you have, if you don't have faith, it's impossible to explain to somebody. If you do have faith, there's no need to explain. And that's kind of how the mindset is. Once it hits you, once you have that aha moment, boom, it's there. It's really difficult, almost impossible to explain to somebody. But if you keep at it, once you hit that moment, that point where everything just flips and your brain finally gives in and breaks those connections, that's when things start really happening.
Most definitely. One thing I wanted to share with people who are doing Facebook marketing, um, and this is something that I just recently came across from a video that I watched from another marketer that is in the same system. And that's the way that they promote themselves on Facebook. And they don't spam a bunch of groups. They do run their auto poster every once in a while, but on their new page that they set up, they only post in 12 groups. And they post it in 12 groups 3 times a day, like in the morning, mid-afternoon, and after 7 o'clock at night. And what they do is they do ads within their ads. So they'll do their first ad, their ad they're posting, and then what they will do is the very first thing that they're going to do as soon as you post your ad, you're going to click the like button and go ahead and like your ad. And then underneath it, you're going to go ahead and comment on your ad with like a proof pic or just another ad about the business and what kind of money you're making and that kind of thing. And the reason for this is because the way that Facebook sees everything, the more likes you get, the more comments you get, the more that your ad is going to be in the news feed, and will actually end up going viral if you get enough likes and comments on that ad. And then you're just basically getting your leads from that one ad that maybe you placed that morning, and you're not having to place ads all the time, and it's kind of a time saver. The other thing with people that are in the MED group, and I did stress this in a post that I posted probably about a week ago, when you see get familiar with the people who are doing MED and who are posting on Facebook, and when they do post an ad, like their ad, comment on their ad, even if it's just a smiley face, or what I do sometimes is I will actually post, can I get more info? And what this does is, again, it goes back to the Facebook algorithm and getting your ad in the newsfeed more. And so, like and comment on the other members' posts, and that helps to boost them. And if everybody does this as a team, the MED group will grow, and the system will grow, and then more people will get in it because it's being seen more.
100% accurate. I've been doing computers and networks for quite a while, and I've gotten to the point where I can kind of reverse engineer Google and Facebook and how it works. I don't want to say reverse engineer, but I understand how those algorithms work, and she's absolutely right. The more involvement there is, the more exposure you get. And as most of you know in a group, when you comment on somebody else's ad that you see, it bumps that up to the top as well.
Correct.
So it's also going to help. I mean, it may not help you, but it's, again, paying it forward. If we're all doing it for each other, that's something that happens pretty amazingly.
Yes. I was trying to think of anything else that I haven't covered that's in the back office.
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
Do you have any blogging stuff in the back office?
I don't. And the reason for that is I'm really not a blogger. I am more Craigslist, Facebook, YouTube. I would like to get into blogging more, but right now I do not have any blogging information back there.
Okay. So I'd like to ask all the people that are viewing, do you guys do blogging, or do you do Craigslist? Do you do YouTube? What do you do the most of? And also for those watching, if you do have any questions, now would be the time to answer because we've got about 14 minutes left. I mean, that's totally up to you, Cindy, because it's a hangout. But
oh no, we're stopping at 10 because I got to get my kids in bed.
okay, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them now while we still got the time. I'm just going to give you a personal, I guess, testimonial.
Okay.
Blogging has worked exceptionally well for me. I know most people here in the MED system don't know it, but a while back in March, I had a friend of mine that died, and it was his dream to build his computer business. Now, computer business is, I have a local computer repair business here in town as well, and so he meant so much to me. He was like a brother to me. I decided that I was going to help build that company because he no longer could. I wanted his dream to be realized even though he couldn't do it because he was only 24 years old and died of a brain hemorrhage.
Wow.
And I don't know if it was an aneurysm or hemorrhage. I'm definitely not a doctor and I don't understand a lot of that stuff. But so for several months, from that time on until probably about a week or week and a half ago, I had completely left internet marketing and put it on the back burner. So I was doing absolutely zero marketing. The only thing I had out there was my YouTube channel and my blogs. And I am not kidding you. I still got 20, 30, sometimes 50, 60 leads a day, every day, just because it was out there. Mm-hmm. And now, granted, it does take time to build up those, blogs and YouTube channels and get your SEO going. But it's so worth the effort. It really is. So
most definitely.
Well, I would like to offer, if you'd like some help, if you'd like to add some blogging training in the back office, I'd be more than happy to do that.
Okay, awesome. I'll have to get up with you about that.
Well, so far, we don't have any other questions.
Okay. Well, let me think if there's anything else I can discuss while we're on here. It's been pretty successful so far. Thanks for the help, Dan, and helping me get it all set up today.
Glad I could.
You'll notice in your back office when you log in, one of the things, there's a lot of buttons there, but a lot of them are not buttons that work. Like you cannot make your own capture pages. And then there's some other things in there that you cannot click on. And those are just, I don't know why they're still there. I don't know why they can't be taken out for the members who don't have access, but they're just there for everybody. One of the things that will be happening soon is I'm going to be adding a member showcase. And if you signed up under me, you're going to see where it says, in my member showcase, it says Power Lead System, which is also the optional step in the Making Easy Dollars system. But I also have it in my showcase, but I only put it in my showcase when somebody was showing me how to do it. It's not an actual clickable thing. But I will be adding Member Showcase to the MED system probably within the next month. And you will be able to put in your own affiliate links. If you have like an affiliate link I have one for the Facebook auto poster that I use, which even right now I'm so busy I don't even have time to put an ad in the auto poster and run it. It's kind of crazy. But if you have an affiliate link for something other than MED or Power Lead System, or if you're doing Lead Lightning or something that you can also use. Another one I use is NetSpend, which is kind of cool because your referrals you earn $20 and your referral earns $20 when they sign up. So that'll be something that will be coming in the near future that you can put in there, and that is only visible to your downline. So if somebody opts in, they will be able to see your showcase. And so I'm adding that hopefully within the next month. And then the next thing that I will be adding is going to be an actual chat feature in the back office. So you will be able to actually chat with other members in the back office rather than going to Facebook or whatever.
Nice.
So I think that will be a really good thing to add there. And adding little things here and there. you know, if you just joined MED, this is the second go round for it. I kind of did it before and made it a little too girly for some people and made it purple and decided, well, maybe I should change the coloring. So now it's the blue that it is, and it's a totally, I even changed the place where it's being hosted and the place that is doing the updates for the back office template itself. And so everything looks a little different. And it's, yeah, the most updated system for them. So we have the most updated, and it looks a lot better than the purple.
Okay, well, Tracy is very excited. He said, yes, woo, I'm on their showcase.
Yes, because now I think Tracy has some affiliate links he can put in there. That's why he wants it. And pretty much I think it's just, you know, the fact that there's auto posters. Another thing that I had talked to somebody about yesterday, I believe it was, and now I can't even remember. I think it was Ernest, to be honest, was talking about putting your links in like Traffic Swarm and a traffic exchange, and not necessarily surfing to get your credits, but actually paying for your credits. And then he says that he gets leads that way as well, and people that actually do come in and do get converted. And he can say yay or nay that on the chat box if he wants to. But that's another way. And I actually do have a few traffic exchanges in the back office if you decide you want to use them.
Okay. I know I hadn't mentioned this to you before because I'm going to be quite honest here. I didn't think about it before because I've had such a busy day today. But we have the possibility, if you'd like to do it, that we can, and I can help you do this because I've done it before, but we can actually, if you're interested in letting your members use these Hangouts as well to send to their leads, then we can, it would be pretty easy to set it up so that your members, or your members of Making Easy Dollars, and I'm one too, we can actually email the link to the Hangout to our prospects, our leads, and they can come and watch the Hangout, and if they want to join and they click get started now or join now or
right,
whatever it is, then they sign up under the person that invited them.
Right. That would be really cool, instead of just giving the general Hangout link to click on to get started. So yeah,
And
I think that would be good.
Ernest said, yep.
I thought it was Ernest. I couldn't remember because I had also talked to David Curtis, and I couldn't remember if it was him or David that had actually told me that yesterday. But I used traffic exchanges for a while, and I would actually do the surfing myself, and then I've bought credits before, but I've never really kept track of any leads I was getting through them. So I didn't know if they were working or not, but Ernest says that yes, that they do work, and he does get leads and gets conversions from traffic exchanges. So that's another way.
Okay, and for those of you who don't mind cheating the system, this is what I would do. Punishments for chores not being done, my kids have to surf the ads.
Oh, that would be a good one. My poor kid would be doing it all the time because he never wants to do anything. That's good. That's a good thought right there.
Yeah, especially when I have 6 of them that won't do chores.
I know. Just have them all log in and click on links.
I've done a little bit of playing with traffic exchanges. I've never actually purchased clicks, but I've done some testing, and I believe it was on Traffic Swarm, and I got over 700 views, and I got like 4 opt-ins, but I was using the standard capture page of a system that honestly was not updated. It was a couple years old already at the time, and it didn't. I don't want to say it didn't look professional, but it looked like it came from the 60s. And,
yeah, and the same one I had.
Yeah, I know we didn't have it back in the 60s because they didn't have the internet and all this.
Right.
Ernest says, Traffic Swarm is one of the oldest and best on the internet, and because I'm lazy, I buy it. Well, that's the same reason I have the kids do it.
Right. Oh, I'm too busy to make clicks. I got too much other crap going on to make clicks on traffic exchanges. So, well, if anyone doesn't have any other questions, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast. But I will give y'all just another minute to see if there are, and then I'll answer you. And if not, I will just end it in a few minutes.
Okay, and on that note, I would also like to mention that this, the way the Hangouts work, until she has her Hangout next week, this video, the recording of it, will be on this same page. So if you have any prospects that have questions that were answered in this video, you can also send them here to the Hangout page. I don't know why Ernest said hiccup, but he said hiccup.
I don't know.
So this recording will stay here until next week's Hangout when she starts her next one.
Cool.
And you know, if anyone else in the group, if they haven't seen it, they couldn't make it, whatnot, then it'll still be here.
Cool deal. So yeah, I'll make sure I note that in the group as well. If they can do that or send it to their leads, because I know there were a couple of people that wanted to get on, but they weren't sure if they would be able to because of kids and stuff. So I had to shut my door to keep mine out.
Well, yeah, me too. But especially, excuse me, I have a lot of international users. So
yeah, I do too.
It's really hard to schedule Hangouts because, like, I'm in Central Time Zone. A good time for me is 7 p.m. But on the West Coast, it's only 5 p.m. People are just getting off work. They need to go home. They need to grab something to eat, get the kids settled before they can come watch a Hangout. And then on the East Coast, it's 8 o'clock. So if I do it at a decent, like a compromise time, it's like 9 for me and 7 on the West Coast. But over in South Africa, it's 8 hours, you know, ahead of time. So it's actually 4 o'clock in the morning, you know. So that's one of the reasons I love Google Hangouts, because the recordings stay there until people can watch it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. All right, well, I guess that is going to end the first official MED Hangout. If no one, we have a question.
Well, first of all, Tracy, you're welcome for helping. I don't mind. And like I said, I really enjoy doing this. Rita says, I'm mostly computer illiterate. Please forgive me. So how do I access the link? Same spot? Thank you for all the info. I'm curious as to what link she's talking about.
Are you talking about the Hangout link where you can re-watch the video?
Depends on how far behind the video is that she's seeing from the time that we're talking, but I think she is. And didn't you say that you were going to leave the link the same and just do a new video each week? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you should be able to use the same link. And if we're going to put together where you can invite your referrals, and you can use it as a marketing tool so that you can promote the link, you know, the MED Hangouts to your list, and they can sign up under you, then that link will probably change, and I'm sure Cindy will let you know at that point how to do it and you know, what the new link is and how to use it. So. Cool.
All right, and I'm going to need help with doing that, so whenever you have time.
Not a problem. Been doing I'm 39 years old. When my parents were 4 years old. When I was 4 years old, my parents bought their first computer. At that point, it was over. I knew what I wanted to do with my life, and then I've been doing network since I was 19. So this is something I love.
Awesome. All right.
And she says, yes, she was talking about the Hangout link.
Okay. All right. So yes, the Hangout link will be in the group for you to click on or to send to your people to rewatch it if they missed it. And as Dan said, we are going to work on having a link where you can put your actual sign-up page so that when we do have a Hangout, that you can broadcast it to your members and they can just sign up from the Hangout link as well.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thanks for all your help today. And I will see everyone in the group.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.